Use of adjectives. The attributive and predicative use of adjectives. When the adjectives stand together with the nouns they qualify, they are said to be used attributively, as Jawaharlal Nehru was a great statesman. Some boys brought honor to the school. When the adjectives do not stand immediately with the nouns but are separated by the verb, they are said to be used predicatively, as Geeta is wise, Sujata is lazy. Note: in certain phrases, the adjective always comes after the noun, as God Almighty, President-elect, Notary Public, Sum Total, Time Immemorial, Heir Apparent, etc. Comparison of adjectives. The comparative degree is used when comparing two persons or things and is generally followed by than, as Harish is more sincere than his friend. Karina is wiser than her sister. The superlative degree is used when comparing more than two persons or things and is generally followed by of, as Makhan is the most intelligent of all boys in the class. Remember, the is generally placed before the superlative, but it is dropped when the superlative is preceded by a possessive pronoun or a noun in the possessive case, as he is my best friend. Adjectives in the comparative degree are followed by than when comparison is implied, but when selection is meant, they are followed by of, the, being placed before the comparison, as he is cleverer than his friend, comparison. He is cleverer of the two boys, selection. This is the better of the two watches. Who is more pleasant, Rakesh or Sohan? Which is the wiser of the two? Some don'ts. Don't use double comparative or superlative, as incorrect. Anuj is more cleverer than his elder brother. Correct. Anuj is cleverer than his elder brother. Don't use the superlative degree when the positive is required, as incorrect. Lata is a best singer. Correct. Lata is a very good singer. Note: comparative adjectives can be preceded by the adverbs much, very much, far, and superlative adjectives by very, by far, to intensify the degree of comparison, as my sister is much taller than you. Madhav is by far the ablest boy in the class. To compare two qualities in the same person or thing, we use more and not the comparative form of the adjective, as incorrect. She is bolder than wise. Correct. She is more bold than wise. When the second term of a comparison is given, it must correspond in construction with the first, as incorrect. The wealth of America is greater than Russia. Correct. The wealth of America is greater than that of Russia. Remember, some adjectives ending in IOR are followed by TO instead of than, as the printing of this book is superior to that. Your drawing is inferior to mine. The correct use of adjectives. Elder, eldest. Both are used for members of the same family. Elder is never followed by than, as Michael is my elder brother. Akriti is my eldest daughter, the firstborn. Older, oldest. Both are used for persons and things, as this temple is older than that. He is my oldest son, that is, of the living sons. Later, latest. Both denote time. Later is opposed to earlier, as you came later than I. What is the latest news today? Latter, last. Both are used for position or order. Latter is opposed to former, as Prajana and her friend work together. The former is a dancer and the latter is a singer. Rajiv lives in the last building. Nearest, next. Nearest refers to distance, as which is the nearest school. Next refers to order or position, as Mr. Subramaniam lives in the next building. Farther, further. Farther denotes more distance, as Chandigarh is farther from Jalandhar than Ambala. Further means something additional, as let us proceed further in this case. Errors in the use of adjectives. Incorrect. He is the wisest of the two boys. Correct. He is the wiser of the two boys. Incorrect. This novel is good than that. Correct. This novel is better than that. Incorrect. He is richer than wise. Correct. He is more rich than wise. Incorrect. I like these kind of magazines. Correct. I like this kind of magazines. Incorrect. No less than 5 students won prizes. Correct. No fewer than 5 students won prizes.